This Mercury retrograde has been something else. I got so caught up in this, and that's why I could not post the weekly predictions last week. Hello, my lovely zodiacs. How are you all? And this is Janvi Gaur, and I am here for this week's weekly prediction. And of course, Mercury retrograde has ended yesterday, which is on 29th of November. But definitely the effects are going to be of this one for at least another week or 10 days. So we all still have to be very composed and very, very calm. But this has been by far the most annoying Mercury retrograde as long as I can remember. I don't know about you guys, but this was so irritating, and really nothing really went right or wrong, but it was just irritating. It was annoying. It was, made, at least I was extremely anxious, uncertain, lack of stability, so confused. So anyway, I'm glad it ended yesterday. And of course, we are going to do this weekly prediction from the 30th of November till the 6th of December 2025. And as I said, that the effects of Mercury retrograde are still going to be there. So yes, we are still in the place where we can blame Mercury retrograde for another week, and maybe not after that. But let's see what is happening with Aries and what they are doing and what they are not doing, which they should be doing in this week. Let's see, Aries, what's happening. Okay, Aries, you are extremely determined to change your life. You have been isolated enough, and you've felt lonely enough in your life, and you've felt a lot of guilt time to time. But this is the week where you are really working towards completely breaking through this repeated pattern. And of course, you are considering your anger. There is a thunderbolt card with a lot of fire. So as we begin your week from the 30th of November, where you are there is this surrendering of isolation. You are like, not that you have any FOMO. I don't see any FOMO. You like to spend time with yourself. In fact, Aries love their me time. They don't like too many people around them. They quickly want to get their they just can't be friends with everybody and anybody, and they can't socialize too much also. But they would like to have that option. They would like to isolate themselves when they want to isolate themselves, but they don't want their lifestyle or their pattern or other people decide to isolate them. So that is one thing Aries are addressing as we are on the 30th of November, and on Sunday and on Monday as we progress, they are addressing another issue in their life, which is guilt. And they're like, either you'll be guilty about something, or you'll understand that I don't need to be guilty about it. I have nothing to do with it. And you will progress on Monday on that. And you'll be like, you know what, why do I get caught up into guilt every time? And on Tuesday, there is definitely a breakthrough. You're like, I'm going to have a breakthrough, and I'm going to completely get rid of all this what bothers me so much, and I want to move forward. And you'll be like, you'll be addressing your anger. You'll be addressing all these issues that actually I get angry when I'm either isolated, I feel lonely, or I'm very guilty about something which I've not even done. So when I'm not able to process these energies is when I start getting very agitated, angry, and all that. So you'll rather say, like, when this is a situation, I can lay back a little low, I can act foolish, like I don't know what's going on, what, though you're aware of everything, but you want to put up that act where you're not aware of things, so that you're not caught up into other people's drama. And silence is definitely your virtue, and that's what the understanding you get when you are like progressing through the week from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday and Saturday. It's like completely analyzing the situation and analyzing that whatever and anything and everything that comes between me and my transformation, comes between me and my better life, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ignore all that situation. you are choosing not to be the leader, though you're the leader of the zodiac, but now you're like, it's time I become the leader of my life, and I lead my life in the direction that I really want to go, or I really need to go. But I don't want to lead anybody else's life, or their drama, or their whatever chaos or fiasco is happening in their life. So that's the kind of good understanding you are having, Aries, with yourself. You're talking to yourself. You just try to be a little lazy this week. Try to have a little bit of me time, and I'm going to give you a suggestion. Before universe always isolates, because Aries, you're the child, you're the youngest, you're the little child of this whole zodiac, all the 12 zodiac committee. You're the baby zodiac. So before the universe always tries to give you that forcible me time and isolates yourself, it is up to you to kind of have a great time, do your thing, and immediately withdraw, immediately go in your that me time place, go in your cocoon, isolate, reboot, just don't overdo anything. This is the week where I think you're completely going to strike a balance, and you will know, when I need to be foolish, I need to be foolish. When I need to be lazy, I'll be lazy. When I need to be silent, I'm going to be silent. So because you, as I said, you want that control in your life, where when you have to be isolated, you want that control, that I'll be isolated when I want to be isolated. And guilty also, I don't want to be guilty for what I have not done, and I don't want everybody to make me feel guilty. What I feel I need to be guilty about, I'll take accountability for that. But for other people and their drama, I don't want to feel the guilt. So all that you are addressing this week, and then you're moving forward, right way to think. And as I said, you are going to address your anger also, and you'll have a breakthrough from all that. So please have that, and you are going to use your anger as your tool. You're going to use it more as a silence, more as a more composed energy than just blabbing it out. And bravo, Aries, proud of you. Let's see how this week is going to be for our lovely Taurians. Okay, Taurans, okay, you've rather taken Mercury retrograde pretty well, not that bad at all. Okay, Taurans, you are making some connection from your past life. Tomorrow is today is the day where Sunday on the 30th, you're planning to talk to somebody, pick up a call, or you're okay, maybe tomorrow first thing when I reach office and the week begins, you want to reconnect with someone, whether it could be personal or professional life or something related to business. I think it's got more something related to your past life. It's intense, it's very emotional, and you're thinking, shall I just pick up my phone, talk to this person, or should I just go travel? Maybe this person is in another city or another country, and you're should I just take a travel, and should I just fly down there and speak to this person face to face and get my heart out? I think it's related somebody somewhere personally. I don't think particularly I would say a love angle, but you're emotionally very attached to this person, and it's maybe a very deep, profound friendship which you thought could have gone something more than that. So it's a lot of personal thing that you're going through, and you're I think I lost a very good friend, and I had a very deep rooted connection with this person, and I just felt nice to be around this person, and I think I've lost that somewhere. So you want to develop all that, you want to recreate all that, and all that you are starting, as I said, on the 30th of November on Sunday. You're progressing with all those thought process, and you're shall I travel, shall I ask my friend, let's take a trip or something like that. But as the week progresses, I'm not too sure if you will be able to do this. You will be caught up in your own stress. There's so much work stress, there is so much drama around you, especially the second half of the week, starting from Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. You are unnecessarily, you're juggling so many things at your workplace as well as in your home, and you're I really wish I could pick up the call and just speak to my friend and ask my friend for some kind of an advice, but the gap has been so much that you're not in that position to just make this call. But I'm just going to tell you, give the benefit of the doubt, and maybe your friend understands you and has this very unconditional connection with you, and you may just be very surprised on how your friend literally takes your call. Maybe this friend is also craving that, okay, you know, that one call will come and like let this person just break the ice and we're going to be like exactly what we were earlier. So maybe that could be also a possibility, which I see. So I'm going to tell you to control your ego, let go of it, and just make this call, or just because you're not able to travel no matter how much you want to, but it's not happening. You're still stuck up, as I said, in so much drama at your workplace, at your home, and you're like, you know what, I really need to do this, but it's just not, the timing is so not correct. And yeah, so might as well, I mean, it's hello, it's 2025. Technology is next level, and you don't need an AI to patch up a past life relationship or a friendship. You just need to get your guards down, ego down, swallow this pride of yours, which is so not necessary. It's coming between you and a very good relationship, and just pick up and this call and just like, can we just be who we were? And that's all you need to say, and boom, you'll be surprised that you'll be received very well. It seems this person is innocent and understands your innocence also, and sometimes the timing is not correct, and I think this friend of yours completely understands that and acknowledges that as well. But as I just said, I'd be a little concerned about the stress that you're going through in your workplace. It's a good stress, it's progressive stress. It is something stress when you will overcome. It's going to come up with some good news. But yes, I do see some people working with you or for you or around you where you need to make some changes, because I think somehow your credibility is being questioned. Your name is coming down. The quality of your work is coming down because you're not able to quality control yourself. You're too busy and you've delegated work to people around you, and I don't think they are understanding your vision. I don't think they get it, that what is at stake. You know, you have spent probably years building this repetition and this name, but other people are just kind of having like, yeah, they're just probably looking for some shortcut success, or very, you know, something, yeah, very frivolous, but not that deep rooted the way you are. So I wanted to take back control in your work, and don't feel so dependent on people who are not working good. Okay, so you can let them go. You'll find good people. You'll find people who understand your vision, who understand what you are kind of targeting and the kind of credibility you want for yourself. So all that is being questioned, and that's the kind of stress level which will really rise up by the end of the week, and you'll be like, what's happening? So just take charge. You're a Taurian. Hello. All you need to do, you're one of the most lucky zodiacs. You're ruled by Venus. What's going on? All you need to do is just take charge. And the minute you take back your power, you take charge, you do things the way you want, and they always work. They somehow, I don't know how, as I said, you're a very lucky zodiac, they always work, and it's time for your success any which ways. And other people will not probably understand what this success and what this kind of achievement means to you. They won't get it. You know it. You know how bad you want it. So somehow, yeah, you may have to micromanage a lot. You may have to juggle a lot of things, but you got to do it. And as I said, just pick up your phone, speak to this soul related friend, and that kind of an emotional help will really help you deal with what's coming later this week. So yeah, all in all, a good week, but just, you're a Taurian. I mean, yeah, get your ego down. Let's see what's happening this week with Geminis. Geminis, okay. Everybody seems to be a little hit by Mercury retrograde. There's just no doubt about that. Everyone is feeling definitely a little bit of a pushback. Okay. Geminis, you are, honestly, I'll tell you, you are probably not able to see where you are going, but I can tell you the universe can see it. The universe knows what track universe has put you on, and it is such a successful right direction. Right now you can't see it, you see it yourself in dark. You in fact are a little agitated and irritated with your family also, and you're like, stop interfering in my life, I need to take my own decisions. You feel extremely suppressed by some females in your family. I mean, it could be your wife, or if you're a female Gemini, maybe you're feeling it from your sisters or your mother. Even if you're a man, you can feel that also. But I think it's just like, yeah, there's a lot of feminine energy interference, and now you can't blame them. And you always wanted their help and their support, and they've got your back, and suddenly you are like, oh, like, who are you? Like, you can't do so. Just balance it out. Don't just cut them off, but just tell them, okay, you know what, I'm grateful for your help, but I think I got this. Let me handle it my way. You're a Gemini after all. Hello. You're a dual personality. Just just get it out. You need to be in that system. You have to have a little bit of a mask right now. You need to have that dual face, because what you are feeling is not what you can show, and what you're showing is definitely not what you're feeling. But over here, your family members, or as I said, some females in your family are quite out there, and they're like, and you're like, okay, back off. So something, I don't know the exact situation. I mean, it's tarot. Hello. It's not something like, it's not a movie playing in front of me. I can just get a little bit of an indication of what you're heading into in the coming week. But you've got to understand your own movie after all. So you are also forced by the universe in this particular Mercury retrograde for the transformation. Your ruling lord is Mercury, Gemini, for crying out loud. So you're also being immensely forced by the universe to make this transformation, to act a little more aware of what's happening, to be more aware of your surroundings. There is a bit of a deceit and a backstabbing also happening, and you are not expecting this. Somewhere in the middle of the week, around Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you feel like, what's going on? Have I trusted the wrong person? Is this person really going to deceive me and like stab my back, or what's going on? I'm just going to tell you, yes, somebody's trying, definitely stab your back to cheat you or deceit, or trying to just going behind your back and like doing their, but it's not gonna work. I am telling you, it's not gonna work. You're somebody so special and so unique in this particular situation that you're not easily replaceable. B, I don't think you have rubbed anybody the wrong way. So even if somebody's trying to play a lot of politics around you and spoil your equation, it's not that easy for them to do. Okay, so things are going to be fine. I see source. I need you to pray a lot this week. I think you're very off praying. You're not connected to the source. You're not praying. You're not just take out 20 minutes in a day for a good conversation between you and God. And it's very important. You're just so disconnected. That is also another reason for your anxiety, your irritation. You're feeling like you're in a black dark hole and you can't see way out of it. But just pray. I'm going to tell you, you will tell me in like 2 or 3 days, Janvi, the minute I started praying every day, I feel so light. I feel I can breathe, and I see things are moving in the right direction. People are talking to me right things are coming out of my mouth. So all that kind of really some kind of a grace will come, that kind of relaxation will come. And there is some bit of charity also that you're doing this week. So maybe help a poor person or an animal on the street, or something you're doing unconditionally for someone. You'll be guided about this by the universe. There's something will come in front of you, and you'll just not think once or twice. You'll just do it, and that is where you are going to be rewarded. Your protection comes from there. Almighty, God, Lord, Allah, Jesus, Mahadev, whoever you believe in, does watch your unconditional good deed, and you are going to be blessed by that good deed that you're going to do. I think you've already done it, or you're about to do it. It's something very close. It's like, yeah, it's a, so that is something that's going to come back to you by the end of this week, around the 4th, 5th and 6th, and you'll be like, oh my God, what a week. I thought I will be like really in that dark, depressed place, but the tables have turned, and here I am with the source behind me and my karma behind me, and my, you know, all good deeds have paid off. And so somehow a lot of gratitude. You end the week with a lot of gratitude, with a lot of joy inside you. I want you to watch your health, watch your women in your family a bit, whoever they are, your wife, your daughter, your mother, your sister. Somehow they're out of line this week, and yeah, you just need to tell them that take a chill pill, you're a bit out of line. That's it. Nothing so dramatic. I mean, you're Geminis after all. You know when it needs to be dramatic and where it needs to be completely ignorant. You know it. You're the master of it. Let's see what's happening this week with Cancerians. My lovely, lovely. I have been insanely irritated in this Mercury retrograde. I think this was my lowest Mercury retrograde, and I literally feel like so blah. I have no accountability, calculation of the last 3 weeks. Like, I just don't know what have I done, what I have not done. So spaced out, and just so just didn't want to even get angry, didn't want to get happy, just like nothing. Felt like, yeah, very, very blah. So fingers crossed, I hope the coming week is better. Let's see, Cancerians. Oh, back to back 2 cards of fighting. Okay. All right. Okay. Cancerians, how do I explain you that? Whatever is this deep sorrow that you're trying to fight, you can only fight this through success. You need to only aim to be successful. This is the need of the hour. This is what today's time says for you. You can handle this whole agitation, anger, deep-rooted sorrow, feeling loneliness. Consciously, you need to raise your consciousness so high that A, you need to understand that I'm only experiencing this, and B, you can completely overcome all this only through success. So it's a very free will week. It's a very karmic week. It's not something like, oh, this is going to happen and this is not going to happen. You have been a rebel for no reason. There's really no cause. You're having this war within yourself. It's a conflict between your soul and your mind. And your heart in the middle is completely clueless, has lost the plot. Your soul is pulling you in one direction, your mind is pulling you in one direction. It's just being rigid and stubborn for something, and your heart is being crushed in all this. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but you need to understand that you need to shut everything and you need to focus on your work and only aim for success for the next coming 6 months, and nothing and nobody should bother you that in the journey of this. Nothing comes in the middle. You don't dream of this la la land, because you're mostly on a dreamland. I see you're just kind of constantly dreaming for things to just like, yeah, but you need to understand you are experiencing all this. Nothing is really going to go wrong in life. Nothing is bad that I see. I just see is constant experience, and you're fighting the experience. It's so stupid. And I literally hear myself when I say this. Don't fight the experience. Use the experience in order to be more successful. So promise me, I'm going to make a promise to you also and to myself also. The coming 6 months, it's all about being successful. Whether it's your health journey, your career journey, or something you have wanted to accomplish all this time, or something you wanted to complete. You just focus maybe on not one thing, two things, three things, but the next coming 6 months are for you to receive success, for you to receive that high level of consciousness, Cancerians, and come out of your la la land, come out of this whole dreamy situation, and respect that I'm just experiencing this. This is not my life. So what happens, because Cancerians are so stupidly emotional, like stupid is the word. So what happens is when they experience something, they just believe it, and this is going to be my life. Yeah, I'm going through this, and this is what is going to be happening for the next 50 years. They just start believing that this whole experience will be for the rest of their life. But don't worry about it. I don't think it's happening. You can consciously change it. You can rewrite your destiny. Also, as I said, it's a week of free will. So let's show that determination and just be focused on success, on your own journey of success. And that's all that you need to understand. Talk to yourself and be on that path this week, my cutie lovely Cancerians. Let's see what's happening in this week with Leos. Okay, Leos. Oh, okay, not that bad at all. In fact, not bad at all. I mean, so far best cards out of all the 5 zodiacs. A little bit of postponement here and there. Things are not happening, especially travel plans are not happening the way you wanted. So there's a little bit of irritation, but I love this week the way you're handling things. So matured, so composed. You're kind of beginning the week like an open lotus. You're understanding that I'm here to receive my destiny, receive all the joy, receive the understanding that nothing is permanent. Everything is a moment, everything is an experience, and the moment shall pass. I will go through. So it's a week where you're like next level of maturity, next level of understanding is coming your way, and you're flowing in this journey. You are literally like, you're like, I have to be in that flow. I have to be in that, there's some beautiful cosmos, subconscious, high conscious journey. I don't know, I can't put my finger on it, but the maturity level and the flow that you are in, it's kind of literally like you have taken the creator's job and you are creating yourself now. You're like few decades ago, the creator created me, and then now I have that understanding of the creator, and I'm going to now recreate myself in this particular creation of my own. So it's beautiful, it's amazing, it's a huge amount of maturity. I love that. It's a very rare thing to see or expect from Leos. So puts a very big smile on my face, because they're so cuties and compassionate, and they're always in the moment, happy-go-lucky, hyper loud. But now they're like introvert, and they're having this joy which is not very external. They are feeling this joy within. They're literally creating this joy inside, and the globe is open to them. Of course, they are frustrated of their travel plans, a little bit of irritation in travel here and there, but they're open. They're like, yeah, this whole planet is mine. Now I'm here, tomorrow I'll be there, and I'm just going to be in this whole flow. And I see the coming year 2026, there is so much travel for you. I don't think you're going to stay in one place for more than few weeks at a time, and you'll be constantly on the go, and you'll be like, I need to do this. Anyway, the planet has become very small now, thanks to social media and thanks to so many aviation. This traffic up there is so strong and heavy, and it's so it's there. So you are also a part of it. You're like, as I said, this is a need of the hour. I need to do this, and you're doing this. And as I said, next year is something you're planning, that kind of maturity. You're becoming that person now, because you're somehow consciously going to be very prepared for what's coming in 2026. And as I said, 2026 It's all your way, the way you want it, the way you are going to create yourself, this way you are going to create your circumstances, your achievements, your success, your whatever you want. It is something that is going to happen for you next year. And I love that. Things are, as I said, sometimes you feel they're getting postponed, but they're not postponed. They're just not in the plan right now. They're not in your destiny like as of now. They're there in your destiny because they don't look cancelled. They look coming a little later. And you're like, why do things get postponed? I mean, no, they don't. That's how you feel. Because they were not supposed to happen in this particular time. But overall, consciously in a very good place. The week is progressing very nicely. And you are, as I said, you're understanding the creator and you're understanding how you're going to create yourself. So you're in the right frame of mind, you're in the right mood, you've got some right spiritual understanding this week, and all in all, that's lovely. Let's see what's happening this week with Virgos. All right, let me just pull your cards. Virgos, nice. I didn't know this was Valentine week, which is now. Why are you so much in love? Okay, Virgos. Wow. Of course, Mercury is your ruling lord. In spite of a lot of irritation and mind-numbingly annoying people around you, you have still managed to do very well. Fake it till you make it has been your mantra, and you're continuing this mantra this week. Also, you're being sweet. You are not allowing your irritation to come on your loved ones, your friends, your work. You are like, no, I am that person who is just going to manage this mental irritation in my mind only. I'm not going to, let it affect me. I'm not going to let it affect my relationships at my work or at my home place. So beautiful. I love your cards. Somehow the creator is behind you. There's a lot of manifestation happening this week. You have paid your due, and Mercury being your ruling lord, also this Mercury retrograde has helped you to kind of complete your transformation. You have been very disturbed for the last 1 or 2 years, where you're comparing yourself, you're asking for a lot of validation, and you've been asking for a lot of recognition. But now you're very good. You're in a very good space. You feel so good about yourself, and you're like, what was I? Or like, why did I have so much FOMO? Why was I asking for people to validate me? Why was I wanting to be somewhere else? Why was I trying so hard to fit in? But you're so in love with who you are and what you are and what your circumstances are and what you have created for yourself. Finally, I'm so happy that this transformation has happened. And of course, usually people are like, oh, the transformation time is here. They think another 2-3 days or a week, 10 days maximum ho jayega transformation. No, it takes a year or two. Easy transformation takes, according to me, it happens somewhere in 1.5 to 2.5 years. Once it starts, the whole transformation starts. That's the kind of time frame it takes. And I've seen Virgos struggling with their identity and the approval and the validation for a few years now, a couple of years now. I've seen them in the cards. I've really seen them being like, felt very rejected, or felt very, like they questioned themselves and their own sanity and their own spirituality time to time. But having said that, this is the time where people are like wanting to be with you, and those are the kind of people who you also want to be with. Now you're not like, okay, you want to be with people, they don't want to be with you. No, this is like you're with your own tribe, you're with your own kind of conscious people, you're with your own kind of energy, and that's what clicks, that's what matters, and that's what actually manifests, and that grows in life. And so your mind is on, like, you're still going through that. Sometimes that anger, that ego, that irritation comes time to time. Of course, we are human. Even if the transformation has happened, but that doesn't mean like you've forgotten everything. You are a Virgo after all. In spite of, no matter how detached, spiritual and mature you are, you do have like a next level ego. You forgive, but you never forget. And yeah, that's the only thing that you're holding on to. And I'm sure in this whole journey of transformation, you will learn to let go of that also, because you're so determined. You're like, no, I gotta look good, I gotta feel good, I'm not gonna stress myself with everything, I'm going to be in my own la la land, I'm gonna be happy, I'm a good person. And so that's how you're like, I'm not looking for anybody's validation, I can validate myself. If I'm happy with myself and I love myself, like, who gives a damn? So you're in that whole phase this week, which is amazing, my lovely Virgos. And as I said, the creator is behind you. Your inner voice is very, very strong. Your inner voice is very, it's nice, good frequency with the creator, good frequency with the universe. So yeah, just enjoy. I love the way you're shaping up. I love the way you are transforming. And good to know you. Let me see all the lost Virgos of my life. Maybe time to reconnect and learn something from you. Let's see what's happening with Librans. I really pray that you're mentally better, because Librans also caught up in transformation, but they are taking way too long. When I say transformation, I don't mean career and profession. It's very deep rooted spiritual. It's about like literally 180 degree flip and become who you were always fearing to become, and at some level always craving to become. So that is what it's transformation all about. So let's see what's happening this week with Librans. Okay, money is there. That makes Librans very, very happy. And they are conjuice also. There's money, but you're being miser about it. In fact, there's a lot of money, but you're constantly crying, paise to hai nahi, there's no money, where is the money, I don't have money. I don't know whom you're, because I think you're living a dual personality now, and I don't know why are you living like a Gemini? You're a Libran. I understand there is a duality in Librans also, they're a balancer. So in the outside world, you're showing like you're the king, you're the queen, you've got it all, you're happening, like everything, whatever you touch turns to gold. But when it comes to your inner clan, your family, your friends, like, there's no money, I can't afford this, I don't want you to buy this right now, I will. So yeah, the world knows like you are like, you've got this Midas touch, and everything is like wow. And in the house, the story is totally different. What's the scene, bro? Let's not do that. I'm sure Libran men are doing this, because women usually don't do that, but men always like to do that. Nothing against men, I love them, but they just kind of don't like to give that like to their family, like I have a lot of money and just go blow it. No, they don't like it. So yeah, maybe, I don't know, but you're being a little dual personality. Outside very abundant, very flamboyant, in the house very miser and very this. So just kind of control that, because that's really annoying. Second, I see a lot of more possibilities coming for you this week. I see good 2 opportunities coming your way. They've started coming your way this week, so I don't know if they'll make it this week, but they are definitely the journey to receive 2 big milestones in your life. I don't think it should take more than 3 months, but that journey to get those 2 milestones have started this week. So that's amazing. A lot of traveling also coming in the coming days, and that understanding also you're going to get this week. You will understand that, guess what, in the coming times, in the coming months, maybe 2026, I'm traveling a lot and I have so much to do, I have so many places to be. So that is also something that you are going to feel. Abundance is there. This kind of investment you are thinking, you want to buy a property and you want to put your, so though you are very disturbed emotionally, Librans, I still see, but you're talking money this week, you're thinking money, you're like, you know what, whenever the emotional side will get okay, it'll get okay on its own. I might as well enjoy the luxuries of life in this, roller coaster, emotional roller coaster. And I agree with you. Yes, you're going through emotional, whatever you're going through, you can go through it in a very luxurious atmosphere with some retail therapy and some comforts and some first class tickets and some, Dubai, Paris, London, Japan, wherever you want to be. So it is what it is. It's moho or maya. So if more mein kuch nahi ho raha hai, to at least focus on Maya. What is the big deal? Yeah, whatever works, bro. Whatever works, just go for it. And things. But I see a little bit of deceit around you. I see a little bit of politics around you. Somebody's really trying very hard to pull you down socially. So in your friend circle, in your social circle, somebody is really bad mouthing you. Now I'm going to say something, and you may not like what I say, because sometimes people think I'm mean to Librans. No, I only point it out when Librans are mean to other people, and then karma comes and hits them back. So I'm not mean to you. Sometimes you are, because you have done this, talking behind people's back. It just shows a karmic card, like you're just feeling that politics and deceit, which you have probably done with somebody few months ago, and now it's coming and hitting you with a different group of people or different scenario. So I'm just going to tell you to take it. It's not going to have a big loss in life. You may be very angry, irritated, agitated, but I want you to talk to this anger. I want you to talk to this hurt, this pain, this deceit that you're going through. This, you're feeling like, how dare this person talk behind my back like this and put people against me. Just sit down with yourself in one room, and the next 20 minutes, and I precisely tell you 20 minutes, ask this question to yourself over and over again. Have I done this to somebody or some people in the past? So if you have done it, they have taken it, they have survived it, I'll tell you, you also go for it. It is what it is. What goes around comes around. It's kind of a mantra, it's kind of a learning, it's kind of a, whatever in your life. It's like this week is what comes around, what goes around comes around. You need to have that understanding. You need to have that learning. And I'll tell you to take it gracefully, because as I said, hey, you've done it a lot in the past to a lot of us. Now it's your turn. I promise you, cross my heart, I haven't done it. I'm not coming after you. So there's someone else, look for it. I don't even think I have too many Librans in my life. I'm drawn to them. They're charming as hell, but I don't think I get along with them, because I can just see through this whole act of balancing, and when they are people pleasing and they are so fake, because I see Librans as great leaders. They have a very strong hidden leader in them, and a very few Librans I've seen who are as it is. What they say, what they feel, I love that. It's just there. What's in their heart is on their mouth, but most of you are into people pleasing and talking behind people's backs. So yeah, just take one for the team. It's okay, but nothing wrong. Great week coming ahead. Also great time, great opportunities, good success, good money. Don't be a miser. Spend it on your family. All in all, good week. Let's see what's happening this week with Scorpios. Scorpios, we are in, we are not in your month now. We are in Sagittarian, but Mercury retrograde started in when Mercury was in Sagittarius, and now Mercury came to Scorpio. So you felt a bit of a relief for sure. Something that you were caged in, and then you were you felt like, I'm not able to move. There is a ray of hope this week. You are like, there could be a compromise. This is the new vision. This is what I need to follow for my success, for my freedom, for my achievement, for my possibilities, for my understanding. So that definitely Mercury retrograde did for you, is when Mercury retrograde started in Sagittarius and ended in Scorpio. I mean, we are in Sagittarius now, but Mercury was in Sagittarius when it retrograded, and when we entered the zodiac Sagittarius, Mercury on the 20th or 21st went to Scorpio. Anyway, don't get into it if you can't understand it. What I'm saying is, all in all, Mercury retrograding in Scorpio now, and now when it's gone direct, also it's in Scorpio, it's somehow working for you. It is breaking a very big old 6 month blockage for you. It is breaking that. It's putting the barrier down. There is some understanding. Somebody is entering your life. I see somebody entering your life from past also, or somebody will, or you will somehow connect with somebody from your past, and you will be like, no, this worked for me in the past, it can work again, it can work again. So that can also work. And there's something is happening this week where your cage is opening. You know, you're getting that freedom, you're getting that new vision, you're getting that, like, yeah, I think I will be able to break this conditioning. I'll be able to break this whole monotonous cycle of my life. I mean, it's not that you're doing it this week, but this week you're understanding the journey that you're going to do it. It may take some time. I'm seeing a few months or maybe a couple of years to do this. But the journey to achieve that kind of a breakthrough and to achieve that kind of a thing, that journey has definitely started this week. New people have entered your life, new understanding, maybe some old people with new ideas, or new people with some old ideas. Something like that is happening, which is amazing, unbelievable. The hope has come back in your life, the understanding has come up. Somehow your health is becoming your priority. Scorpios this month are very now determined that I am going to live a healthy lifestyle. I want to live long, I want to love myself. I'm not going to do anything that can affect my health negatively. So I love that. I love it when Scorpios are in self-love, because you know, usually people think you're very moody, you're very selfish, but I think no. I think if at all you loved yourself, you would have not done what you do to yourself. The most self-punished zodiac that can be in this universe or any other universe is Scorpio. And I know I'll be bombarded. People, why you mean to Scorpio? Why you mean to Scorpio? I'm not mean to Scorpio. How can I be mean to any one of you? Except one or two zodiacs. But I can assure you the Scorpios are not them. I like Scorpios. They are very cute and they're harmless. I find them harmless. They're always so busy harming themselves. I am never worried about Scorpios. I mean, I'm like, yeah, no matter what you're trying to do, dude, I know you will end up beating yourself only. So yeah, that's all. But having said that, this week they are breaking that pattern. They are somehow understanding it. They're like, yeah, let me just get my ego down, understand, have a good listening, this thing, and yeah, they're being good listeners. They're like, yeah, my idea may be the best idea in the world, but we don't need the best idea for this situation. We need the second or the third or the fourth or maybe the worst idea in order for this situation to get better for me. So that's a kind of amazing down to earth mentality, understanding that Scorpios are definitely getting, and I'm very happy about that, Scorpios. I love that. I love it when you are that nice, cute, endearing, child who time to time understands that, oh God, somebody saved me from me. And boom, God listens to you. And that's when a quick miracle happens where Lord is like, yeah, save my Scorpio from a Scorpio. So yeah, that you are God's favorite. I always say somehow Scorpios just manage the gods of heaven on their side. I don't know how, but they just somehow manage. Being the bad guys, they just manage to do this. So yeah, the kind of nice breakthrough, good understanding, and there'll be a compromise also this week in some relationship, which was kind of not managing and not happening for quite some months. But this week, some compromising situation will begin, and you'll be like, okay, a little bit of mine, a little bit of yours. Let's just come to a common ground and let's just make this happen. So that all is well happen. New vision in relationships as well coming this week. So all in all, a great week for Scorpios. Let's see what's happening this week with Sagittarians. All right, Sagittarians. Okay. We are definitely in your birthday month, and the pressure of hosting all the zodiacs, I can imagine that you are definitely feeling, but you are the master. Your knowledge is impeccable. It's like unbeatable. Nobody can touch that. You're exhausted. Okay, you are mentally, physically, emotionally exhausted. But the best thing I like about you this week is you're putting up a very brave face. You are showing harmony, you're showing peace, you're guiding a lot of people this week, you're being a beautiful counselor, master. Of course, you have so much knowledge. You are a most knowledgeable zodiac. I mean, Rajneesh Osho was a Sagittarian. Sagittarians are born with spiritual knowledge. Your ruling lord is Jupiter, and Jupiter has also gone retrograde on the 12th of November. So you're not in that ego of Jupiter. You're very submissive. You're like, yeah, I have this whole gyan and I have all this knowledge, and it's not something to be egoistic about. I'm having all this knowledge. I have all this to kind of spread it, to give it. So you've got a very nice, cooling, counseling, healer vibe this week. You're trying to make things happen for other people. Money is also coming. There is a breakthrough. There is some kind of a financial gain coming this week. And it's very surprising, because when you were expecting a lot of money or expecting some financial gain, it never happened. And now when you're least expecting it, some financial gain is coming up, and it's beyond your vision, because you're like, okay, this was not at all in the pipeline, this was not on the horizon, how did this even happen? But hey, I'm saying it's happening. It's money after all, it's cash, just enjoy it. It's Mahalakshmi has decided to come. Yeah, just welcome her with open arms, and just enjoy it. It's the best part. The true happiness is when we don't ask for something and the universe decides to reward us with that, because probably due to our karma, or probably we are cute or something. So you're cute. Yeah, Sagittarians are one of the most good looking zodiacs also. Hello. All the most beautiful people are born in your zodiac. So yeah, that's the kind of thing. Women Sagittarians are a lot into beauty this week. They're flowering. They're all about like getting their hair, nails, whatever done, and they're like pampering themselves. Even, of course, Sagittarian men are also massively into beauty. They love taking care of themselves. They love skincare and hair care and all that lovely. So that's the kind of beauty week is also happening. You're giving a lot of information. As I said, you're healing people. How can they get better with their weight loss, with their business, with their relationships? A lot of good, free, solid advice. All this I'm going to tell you is back off. Once you give your advice, once you share your knowledge, don't become a nag. Don't be like, why are they not following it? It's fine. Now it's their destiny, their life, you've done your job very, very well, and you move on and move to the next person and spread your knowledge. Don't like just give your knowledge and then have like, you have to be like, yeah, what did you do with it? Are you following it? No, that's not cool. Move on to it, move on to the next person, and you'll be fine. Yes, as I said, there's a bit of you're feeling a little disappointed and sad and whatever it's inside, but you're putting up a brave face. You're also happy. You're also spreading a lot of knowledge and all, and you are understanding this week that, you know what, my career or whatever I thought for my life is slowing down. It's not going where I wanted it to be, but it's going somewhere else. So somehow, even if your plan is not working, you are understanding the God's plan this week, and you're understanding the destiny's plan also this week. You're like, ye to chal raha hai. So okay, might as well now I'll follow this plan, because clearly this is working. And maybe I'm born to do this. Maybe this is in my destiny. So all that is there, is great. It's amazing. And yeah, you're just, it's a great week. Just spread your knowledge, heal people. And you will be so surprised to see how you will be rewarded. Let's see what's happening with Capricornians. Okay, which are the Capricornians I know? Oh, Capricornians are so not in a good mood this week. They are feeling lonely. They are feeling in doubt. Capricornians, first, you cut people off from your life, because you always have to be righteous, okay? You have to be, even if the situation is not of right and wrong. You have to be righteous. And fine, be righteous. But then you have to be very vocal about the fact that I was right. And you all also need to be righteous. You will lose friends in that, my friend. You will. And then you lose them. And at that time, you're very happy and you're like, I don't need to be friends with such people. They're not righteous at all. And then you miss them. And we are in that week where you miss them. Because they didn't need to be righteous. It was not their situation. They chose to be dumb. They chose not to be right or wrong. That is their prerogative. That is their right. As you decide to be righteous all the time, even sometimes when it's not important. Like that, they also have that choice. Yeah, they can choose. You're feeling lonely this week. You're missing the parties. You're having a lot of FOMO this week. You're feeling like, yeah, what am I doing? Then you tell yourself, no, I'm completing myself. I'm a complete person. I don't want to be this shallow person. And then you end up missing those shallow people. What do we do with you, Capricornians? Stop having this Jesus complex, this whole savior complex. You're not here to save anybody. No, you're not. This is not your job. You have your relationships. I'm not saying, okay, now, don't think I'm telling everybody to be spineless. There is no situation where you need to save someone. There is no situation. I'm not saying, oh, somebody's beating somebody on the road, don't save. No. I'm not saying that. I'm the biggest feisty person there could be. But you're just putting your nose where it doesn't belong. And you're telling people they need to be saved from their life and their relationships and their jobs and their partners and their whatever, parents and their siblings. No. Back off. So you try to work on your relationships, try to work on your career, and yeah, don't be a messiah in other people's life, because it's not working. It's not working. Seriously, I wouldn't say it. I'm just saying it because they're going nowhere. Yeah, you need a lot of participation. So first of all, break some ice. You've burnt a lot of bridges in the past. Pick up the phone and mend ways. I'm not going to say sorry and apologize. It's not easy for you, but just start talking normally. Hey, been so long. What happened? We fell apart. But let's just, bygones be bygones. Just start. Because you do miss some people. Enough ho gaya. Abhi ho gaya. Enough of drama has happened. Just do this. Overall, good week, but as I said, you're just lonely, you're feeling, you're missing people, you've lost some people because you were out of control, you were too controlling and you just kind of rubbed them the wrong way. This is a week where this Mercury retrograde has given you that understanding, and I want you to just, make it up with everybody. I know it's hard to hear. I know it's not something you want to hear from me, but you gotta do it. Let's see what's happening this week with Aquarians. All right. Oh, nice. I like what I see for you, Aquarians. You are on a new adventure of life. It's like rebirth. You're born, you're starting a new journey. You're walking like a child. You're taking one step at a time. You're being very silent about it. You don't want any evil eye. You don't want any buri nazar. You don't want any dark energies. You don't want anybody to have ill energy towards you, jealousy or anything kind of a thing. You do feel there's a circus around you, but of course you've started something new. There's a new adventure. There's a new journey of life. Things are not like this. It's not bed of roses. So you feel a bit of a circus around you, but somehow you're managing. You're controlling the circus very well. You're being very courageous. There's a lot of good news coming your way. This is a week where you will understand that you're on the right track. And I promise you, from this week up to next 3 months, you have 3 massive reasons to celebrate, to dance, and you're like, yeah, I made it. Against all odds, against all faith, people had no faith in me, but I've made it. So that's the kind of journey that you're going to achieve in the next 3 months. But that the kind of the journey begins this week to achieve that, to achieve those celebrations, to achieve those validation, that kind of success, that kind of like things happening. You are attending some functions also, maybe some weddings or something in the coming week, and you're not up for it, but you will. I mean, you have to socialize. Aquarians, you need to come out of your this thing also. Sometimes Aquarians can be very, because they're an air zodiac, sometimes they're so airy, sometimes they're socializing so much, and then the next thing you know is they're just very calm wind, they're nowhere, the air is so no. This is the time where you're everywhere. I want you to socialize. I want you to take no rain checks. Don't regret any invitations. Go meet people for even for a short while. Communicate, show. People are very, very impressed by the control that they see in you, the kind of balance, the kind of composed energy that you have this week. And that's what it's very refreshing in today's time where people are so anxious all the time, and they're so hyper, and they are like over ambitious and overachievers and over promising everything. You're composed, you're calm, you're in control. You're like, I can do my best. Rest is your choice. So that's it. It's very refreshing. People are enjoying that energy of yours. They're liking that stability that is there in you. They're liking that kind of a, whole calm thing that's going on, and you're in a nice zen meditative mode in spite of this new adventure of life. Your inner child is very happy, but externally you're very matured. You're really composing yourself. That is amazing, and there's a lot of courage. You're a little bored in your personal life, but it's fine. It's somehow you're mentally balancing it very well. Yeah, like I understand sometimes I'm lonely, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, life is very ordinary where it comes to relationships and joy. But hey, guess what? That's what we all are struggling with, right? Some people who have a lot of relationships, they are also like, John, we have so many relationships, but I feel no connection. I'm always lonely. And people who are lonely, they're like, that person has so many relationships. I swear, I hear this all the time. So we are all we are seeking is a relationship with ourselves, and yeah, sometimes it takes a few decades. Sometimes you'll be very surprised. Some souls take a few lives, hundreds of lives, to build that one relationship with their own self. So, but you are quite there. You are very strongly connected to your soul, and you're connected to your you as a person. And you, as I said, you're great this week. You have somehow understood this transformation, and you're like, why do I do things to trouble myself? No, I'm going to be composed. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be balanced. I don't want to trouble anybody, because hence, when I trouble someone, I get troubled by that, and I don't want to do that. So that's a great understanding. Also, you are in, people are liking you. You're very refreshing, as I said. People are kind of liking this whole calm energy. So whatever you touch this week is going to turn to gold eventually. So yeah, just go for it. Let's see what's happening with the lovely Pisces. Last but not the least, I'm also a little exhausted. I've been speaking over an hour now. So yeah, let's see what's happening with lovely Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Oh. Okay, Pisces, you're being a little bit of a mixed bag. One day you're very, very chirpy, and you're like all over the place. You're like that, very energetic, rabid, and you're jumping from one corner to another, and the next day you're so lazy. I think I only got my evil eye. I think मैंने खुद को ही नजर लगा दिया. Yesterday I was all so energetic, and today I just can't. My hair are also hurting. Like that kind of drama you are into this week, and going like a yo-yo, this whole circus around you. But I like one thing, that there is some kind of a change that is coming in you. You're being more courageous. You're being more matured. Your confidence is definitely better this week than what it was for quite a few weeks. I must say, in the last few months, you've been going through questioning your confidence, questioning where you're going, questioning who I am and what I am ever going to be and all that. But you're in a better position this week. You are confident. You're like, I'm going to make something of my life, and I'm a good person. Good things are going to happen to me. So all that is there. I need you to watch your health for sure. You have to be a little more careful about your whereabouts. Be more conscious about, when you step out of the house. Be okay, just be more aware. Not like you're chatting on the phone and then you're talking and boom, you bang yourself into something or fall somewhere else. So just be a little more awareness, just a little more alertness. No, I mean, I can't exactly say what's happening, but I want you to be more careful about your surroundings and watch your health also a little bit. Just hydrate yourself. I think you're feeling a little dried out. You're a water zodiac. You need to be hydrated a bit. I feel a bit of a dehydration, lack of oxygen in your body, and that water can get you that. So just definitely do that. A lot of courage is there. Keep going, keep moving forward. Yes, you're not happy. I don't see you're happy in your career, but you have to be in this direction. You're on the right path. Even if you may not feel it, you may not see it, but you're on the right direction. And sooner or later, you are going to have a breakthrough, and you'll have a very stable kind of some journey. Like, there'll be some stability that'll come, but you have to be also very you have to be disciplined about it. But one day you're feeling this, one day you're feeling that, one day you're like, I'm gonna conquer the world, I am this, and I am the best in what I do. And then the next day you're like, no, nothing is working out ever. I don't think I'll do this, I'll do something else. So you can't go like this yo-yo, because that disturbs the discipline, that disturbs the, that kind of a stubbornness to receive or to get something out of life. So in this week, you need to make sure you get that discipline. No matter whenever the success comes, you keep doing what you need to do. You keep pursuing what you're very sure that you're good at, because that's the kind of test the universe is taking. Your ruling lord is also Jupiter. It's retrograde. So of course you have to prove it to Jupiter that you have that kind of a mettle. You do have that kind of determination. And because you have a lot of knowledge, you just don't know how to cultivate that knowledge into profit or success or all that stuff. But that's what you need to show this week, that I can. With what? Just being confident and keep pursuing what I'm good at. Just don't keep giving it up. Nobody gets result in 48 hours. You can't give it. You kind of sometimes give it up in 48 minutes also. So don't do that. We all keep doing things for decades and decades and decades. And then we understand that wow, we have reached. Oh, we have made it. Yeah. So you just keep walking on the right track. And before you even know it, you'll be on the top. You would have also achieved it, made it, got it. Yeah, that kind of an understanding you need to have. Don't be too lazy. I want you to exercise also. There's a lot of body fatigue. There's a lot of dehydration. So I really don't know, Pisces, what you're doing with your body. You're definitely not nurturing it. So body needs nurturing, because that's when the body nurtures the mind, and and anxiety will go, the soul will feel calm, because everything begins with the body. There's a reason, God gave you this body and soul, because they both need to be nurtured very, very well. So you need to have all that understanding this week, my lovely Pisces, and you'll get the breakthrough. Don't worry. You just be stubborn about what you want to achieve, what you want to receive. Be stubborn. Keep banging all the doors, and one day it will break and you will have that breakthrough that you've been wanting to have. And that brings us to the end of weekly predictions to all my lovely zodiacs. And Mercury retrograde is over, so of course I have to be more regular, because I have no one to blame from now. So see you soon, and love you all. Bye bye.